I'm at the FERMA forum in Copenhagen, and I'm delighted to be joined by President of FERMA, Dirk Wegener. First of all, welcome.
Good morning, welcome.
My first question really is, what are your main themes for this year's FERMA forum?
I think the main themes for this year's FERMA forum are actually two. The first one is the growing concern of risk and insurance managers about an increasing protection gap. This has basically two causations. The first thing is the still hard insurance market with restricted limits, increased pricing and additional exclusions, which of course contributes to the protection gap, in addition to more and new emerging risks of various sources which are deemed to be uninsurable. The second key message is, of course, transitioning together. We think that the partnership of the insureds with the insurance industry needs to be revitalized to come back to the fruitful and long-lasting, very productive relationship which we had over decades. And of course, FERMA is aiming to help to rebuild that what we had before.
Okay, thank you. You've cited optimal risk sharing as sort of being fundamental, really, to the transition to carbon neutrality, and indeed part of sort of finding protection for all of us in terms of climate change. I mean, what does sort of optimal risk sharing look like for you?
Well, I think, of course, optimal risk sharing starts with state-of-the-art loss prevention and mitigation. So this is the field where risk managers really can bring all their skills and capabilities into the play, if you like, to really reduce risks even before they really emerge and materialize. So that's the first level. And then, of course, the private insurance sector is evident to transition all risks which in that sense are remaining even after the state-of-the-art risk management has been implemented on corporate level. So here it's not just about the financial capabilities paying claims, if you like. It's also about the intellectual capabilities and capacity of the insurance sector to modeling and pricing risks, to administrating risk transfer, and of course, last but not least, to efficiently pay claims if unfortunately a claim has happened. So we cannot allow the private insurance sector to leave the playing field, if you like. But of course, we must not forget the essential starting point is state-of-the-art loss prevention and mitigation.
Okay, yeah, some real challenges for the market there. I mean, in terms of FERMA, what can you do to support members through this issue?
Well, I think, again, maybe two major aspects. The first one is we are heavily engaged in trying to increase the formal qualification of risk managers by offering a certification called REMAP, where we really offer a training program, so to speak, for risk managers, followed by a certification. We are doing this because we would like to have a pan-European level playing field, if you like, on risk management qualification. So that's one thing. Has some kind of an educational aspect, I would call it. And then, of course, the other thing is the together of transitioning together. So events like the FERMA Forum, where we bring the entire market together to have constructive dialogues on the issues we are about to tackle. That's, of course, another very important thing. And then last but not least, so it's more than two, it's three, of course, our core responsibility as FERMA, our key role is to lobby for risk and insurance management towards the European institutions and to try to, let's say, increase the understanding of these areas at the European level. You will have noticed we were honored by the presence of European Commission Vice President Marko Sefcovic. And if you had the chance to listen to his speech, it was very clear that he was well aware about, let's say, the core concerns which are already in the market, I would say. But even more importantly, he clearly understood that risk management is key to strengthen the resilience of all European countries and the EU as a whole. So, of course, we were very pleased that we had him here, but this is, I think, the last point I would like to mention to your question.
Okay, thank you ever so much, and have a great forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.